Hopefully you can hear me today. Jeepers creepers, you're crazy. Anyway, so today I want to talk about, about one thing that really needs to be in place and really needs to have a solid foundation before, anything else matters, right? So people always want to work on, lines and closes and, handling objections and having like the perfect script and all this shit. They want to have all these things in place that they think they need, like I said. But all those things don't matter, right? It does, but if you don't have this one thing. So there's a quote, let me pull it up real quick, that actually I got from that guy, Jason Capital, was quoting Maxwell Maltz, who has got some great books out there. And he basically said that something like the effect that your self-image sets the boundary of your personal achievement, how much you can achieve, right? Maxwell Maltz said that. And it's so true. A lot of coaches that I've spoke with, part of the call, if you're selling business, like a business to coaches to how to make money, part of the call, you go into the pain, and then you go to, like, what do they want? Like, what's their dream? What would be the ideal outcomes and stuff. And it's really interesting because people will throw numbers out and they'll just say, oh, I want to make 10 grand a month. I want to make 20 grand a month. But a lot of coaches have a lot of baggage around charging and feeling worthy enough to charge. And it's really interesting. I've never seen anything like it. They really have a struggle. They think that they're charging too much and all these things. So people would just say a number, and if there's no emotion or no meaning to it, like, $10,000 a month. Well, if you're making $100 a month, 10,000 is a big step. And just because you say it doesn't mean you really believe you can make it. Or so then I had to start, framing it differently, because words kept coming up about, like, worthiness, right? So I would say it like a different way, like say something like, how much, because I did this calls for this coach, and I struggled a little bit, I gotta tell you, because a lot of them were woo-woo women, and it was so draining for me. But I had to speak their language, which is not me, which is another reason it was probably so draining. But like I would say shit like, how much abundance are you willing to allow into your life? How much per month? And they tell me they want to make 20,000, and then when I ask them how much abundance they can allow in their life, they tell me like 3,000. And like, that's the real number. So if you go down this road talking about making 20 grand a month, all these things, they don't believe it. It's just a waste. So you got to get to what they think is real, right? So, and it all boils down to, their self-worth, their self-identity, how they, if they only relate to someone who's worthy of making $2,000 or $3,000 a month, it doesn't matter what lines they have. It doesn't matter if they study with someone. If they don't fix their self-identity, they're never going to make it. So if they're talking to you about, I want to make 20,000, and they can be all pumped up and stuff, it's not real. They don't believe it. That's why a lot of these self-affirmation things don't work. It only works if you believe it. You know what I mean? And you got to take action with it. You can't just, go around the tree and say, everything's going to be wonderful. Everything's going to be wonderful. And you're thinking, we're going to die soon. It goes on what you focus on, what you're thinking of. Not what you just say a couple times a day. What are you doing the rest of the day when you're not doing your affirmations? That's the shit that programs you, right? So, I think all problems kind of stem from that. People, it kind of comes out in different ways, but that self-identity, that self-worth, it's the most important thing. And when you don't have that in place, it can stem a lot of different ways. Some people, can eat. I'm still heavy, but I'm doing better. But, some people manifest in food. Some people, they drink. Some people do drugs. Some people work out like crazy. I got a friend who used to work out like 7 days a week in great shape. But it all stemmed from that insecurity. You know what I mean? And that self-acceptance missing. So it's really important. It's the most important thing. And I think that's what everyone is striving for on some level. I think almost every problem can come back to that. I don't give a fuck what it is. You give me any challenge, any problem that someone has about, addiction or this or that, buying shit, spending money. It's all the same thing. It's trying to fill that fucking void. People don't talk about this too much because, no one likes to admit it, especially on social media. Everything's fucking great. Oh, I'm so great. Look how awesome I am. All that bullshit. So, I'm pretty real. I like to keep it real. I just sent the video to one of my friends. We're going to be doing this, the sales mastermind. It's pretty cool, actually. And I was supposed to get back to him yesterday, but like all this crazy stuff happened. My AC went out like not even a month ago. My downstairs unit went out, And luckily they came over the next day and they fixed it. It was super simple. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. And then the same thing happened to my upstairs unit. So last night, my wife came downstairs. She goes, you have the AC? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's like 82 degrees up there. It's hot. And my son sleeps upstairs and we sleep downstairs. And so he slept in our bed with us last night because it was 82 degrees. It was getting hotter, So the guy came today to get that fixed. So it's been funny, right? So, but anyway, I guess my point is, I think you got it all. Anyway, this feed shares all over the place. So I'm going to be doing specific sales training just in my group. I'm not going to be sharing it on my profile because this is going to show my profile, my business page, and in my group because I got this program called Live Leap. I'm going to start doing only trainings in my group. That way, I'm trying to build up my group and get some interaction. I don't think using this software is good for engagement. It could be that I suck too and no one wants to engage, but whatever. Fuck you. I don't care. Oh, we got a couple of people on here. Cool. Oh, my Shreddy. Baddest guitar player in the world right there, Matt Rains. Ooh, he's a monster. Check him out. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I want to go deeper into that. I just want to say that audio book I got from that guy that I posted about yesterday, it's great. I got a whole mess of things from him, and $5. It's great. So, all right, watching me, cool. All right, everyone, have a good one. I don't know how long I'm going. 6 minutes. Holy cow! I only want to do a couple minutes. All right, guys, take it easy. See ya.